Why you over there cuffing that girl? She staring at me. She choosing, real choosy. Why you?
Yeah, man, what's up? Go by the name of Disko, you know. I'm about to go over here and do this interview for Premier Lifestyle.
She choosing, she choosing, she choosing, real choosy.
I see you poppin', you look.
Welcome back to Premier Lifestyle. I am your host, Renee, and today we are going to be talking to a man. He's an entrepreneur. He's not only a beat maker, a songwriter, a producer, but he's light-skinned. Disko Boogie, and his name is spelled with a K. Why is it with a K?
It's spelled with a K because it's just different than disco. I don't know. It get better hits on Google.
It does.
You know, without the C. You know.
Okay, that's fine. So, you grew up in Inglewood.
Yeah.
How was that?
How was it? It was like the movie The Wood, just like it. It was just like that, except for I knew a lot of more Stacy's. You know, it wasn't just one Stacy in the movie. So you know, it was as advertised.
So you lived the wood. You lived it.
Yeah, I lived it. Yeah.
Do you think that growing up in Inglewood is like kind of what gave you the driving force to be who you are today?
Nah, I think what gave me the driving force to be what I am today is the fact that you know, I grew up without, you know, a mother and a father. So you know, when you live in that type of lifestyle, or just you living like that, you basically have to go harder, or that's it. Just go hard, and ain't even no home to go to. It's just go hard, period. So I think that's why. Lack of options.
Alright. When did you start playing piano?
Well, I didn't actually. I was rapping first, and I used to rap at the end of instrumentals, like Corrupt or Dog Pound or something. I used to take the ending part of the song and rap over it. So then this lady that I used to go to school with, she was a teacher or whatever, she gave me a beat making program, and I figured I could make my own beats and start rapping to that.
So you taught yourself how to do it?
Yeah, I didn't start off playing the piano. It was like a beat making program. We used a mouse, and I used to make little beats I could rap to.
Okay, so give me one of those raps from back in the day.
Raps from back in the day? You don't want to hear it.
It was about Stacy.
It was about Stacy. It was definitely about Stacy.
And even in your music today, you rap about your past life, and you let that influence your music. So, how big is that in your music today?
Well, my life is having a transition, so I think, you know, I like to rap about where I was compared to where I am now, and especially mentally. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, you almost get out the dark ages mentally. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be thinking so fucked up, and then look back and be like, what was I thinking? You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's just that good that you get to see these type of ages to where you can see the bigger picture, you know?
Yeah. And you say you transitioned, so tell us, where did the transition start? Because I know you were working at UPS and then something happened to you.
Well, for one, you know, I went to Inglewood High. You know, I became a gang member at Inglewood High, and I never was making music. I started making music when I was like 19, 20, just starting, you know, probably rapping, freestyling with the homies and all that. But then I took it seriously once I got the beat making program, and I stayed in the house, and I stopped coming outside, and the homies used to be like, where you at? And then they used to go to jail and shit, and I used to be like, I'd rather make beats in the house than be outside going to jail with y'all and shot at and shit like that. So I chose making beats over getting shot at. You know what I'm saying? And as far as getting to the next level, I was doing music for a while. I had little placements and stuff, and then I was working at UPS trying to make sure my money was, you know, making a good living or whatever. And I came across somebody who wanted to buy some beats, and they had a situation. And I came over, I made a few beats for him. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. It turned out that the owner of the company was a millionaire. So, you know, I basically didn't have to work at UPS after that. You know, he said he wanted to sign me, and that's what he did. So.
But how was that? I know you came in, you saw it.
I just saw it, and I saw how fucked up it was, and they wasn't doing the right things and stuff. So I said, you know, I could take this over. You know, it's easy, because the artist that was here didn't have the right mentality the way I looked at it. You know, I looked at it like, damn, y'all got a studio. Like, we go to the homie's backyard, we carry all the equipment over there. It was like, you know, y'all had everything handed to y'all, and it's a millionaire behind it. Shit, sign me up.
So since you've been here, what can you say has been your most memorable experience?
When they sent back the episode song and Chris Brown and T.I. was on there, when they sent it back and I listened to it the first time, I just was like, dang, like I'm me. That's crazy.
So what type of feelings is that?
It's just like you watching people on TV and they worldwide known, and then they rapping to your beat, and then it's like on the radio, and you know, it's just like, it's amazing. This is crazy. Like, you know, it's a small world, kind of.
It is. It's like you're overwhelmed, but it's like let's read off some of these artists who you've worked with. So we have Kendrick, we have DJ Quick, we have YG, we have Problem, we have Corrupt, and you just did a song with Corrupt,
California Dreamer. It's a classic.
Yeah, talk about that
song. I played it for him, and he texted me back and said I love it, and he wanted to hop on it. And the way I look at Corrupt is like a legend. So I basically was like, Corrupt, this is a sound that Corrupt could run with, because I think he's missing that sound somewhat from back in the day. So the music sounded like some shit that he used to make, and he was perfect for the song. You know, he sounds good on there. So
yeah, it's definitely a West Coast.
Yeah, I'm trying back. Right now, I'm trying to get him some more music like that, because I think Corrupt is missing his signature sound, and I think I could recreate it. So. That's my uncle.
Who did you listen to when you were starting out?
When I was starting out, being from Inglewood, I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about, but the Relatives, you know what I'm saying? That's what put me in the game, is Big Y and Dog. You know, they used to be very popular in the, underground LA scene. I don't know if y'all ever heard of them, but, shout out to the Relatives. You know, they was like famous, like locally.
Okay. And what would you say as of now, how would you define your lifestyle? Would you say you're flashy? Would you say it's popping bottles in the club?
I think right now I just enjoy being able to wake up and do music. I mean, I'm sure that it's not something everybody gets to do. You know what I'm saying? People live their whole life without actually getting to wake up every single day for years and just make music and get paid to do it, you know, and travel to other countries. And I just try to make sure I'm enjoying my life, you know. It didn't start off like that, so, you know, it's better now.
And when you always talk about how you're trying to just gain new experiences in life. So I know you got to go on tour in Japan. So let's talk about how was that? How was that for you?
When I was actually performing, I actually recognized that on my first show I was rapping, right? I seen that little mouse moving and stuff, and I'm like, I knew I was popular, but I didn't know how popular I was. So once I realized that they were saying the words, I just started putting the mic out, and then I was hearing my lyrics back, right? And I used to cut the music off and try to say something to the people, and they don't understand English, but they know the lyrics off the songs. So I had to realize that they don't know what I'm talking about. As far as they know what the song is about, but they don't know what I say after that. You know what I mean? So,
when you're speaking right.
Yeah, I could just be like, hey, turn up. You know what I'm saying? They're like.
So when you were in Japan, like, what about Japan did you get to experience? Did you get to go out and see the city, see the towns? Like, what did you get to experience out there that's different from what you experienced in Los Angeles?
Well, in Los Angeles, the first thing I recognized is that the people in Japan are not angry and mad and fucking aggressive like that. You know, Americans are very short-tempered, angry. Like, we more aggressive. You know, like one American is like 10 Japanese people as far as how much space we take up. You know, they like real humble and little. Like, you know, when I say little, I'm not talking about size. I mean little personalities. Like, they don't have like the big, everybody need to shut up, I'm here. Like, they don't got that type of mentality. And they don't fight. You know, they clubs. The girls don't take their phone. They put their phone on the table and go dance. You know, they don't steal at all. You know.
Well, what kind of food did you get to eat?
Eating was a problem.
Why was it a problem?
It was a big problem because they a lot of raw food. You know, they eat raw everything they eat. They barely cook anything. So we had to find American places, just like you'll find Japanese food in LA. We had to go find like Bob's American Steakhouse, and you know.
So did you like have a translator with you the whole time? Or were you trying to read the
It was a translator. It was a translator. He spoke about, I think, about 70%, you know what I'm saying, efficient with English, but it was some shit that just went over his head too. Like we were saying stuff, he's like, huh? You had to say it in a certain kind of way, you know.
That's okay. You gotta just communicate different way when you go to different places. That's what it's about. Experiences about.
And let me say this, in Japan you can drink alcohol like Vegas in the whole country. Like you can literally just walk down the street with alcoholic beverage.
That is definitely a memorable.
They got
experience.
vending machines with alcohol in them.
And what'd you get?
I mean, the names is different. You know, you don't even know what you're drinking. Everything's different. It's like they got Doritos, but they don't got Doritos. They got their own version of Doritos. You go to the liquor store, there's nothing that's recognizable. They don't have Pepsi. No.
Okay. So we know it's a new year, new chapters. So we know you have Stars Mars 1, 2, and now you're working on 3.
3, yeah.
So who are you looking to collaborate with on this one?
Scheme, he's from Inglewood, E40. We working on getting, who was we talking about the other day? It's a dude named Damani, you know what I'm saying? I got a song that I want to do with him. Cali Swag is always on my stuff. AV, he's up and coming. I would like to get a feature from Tiger, but you know, I don't really have a connection to do that right now. You know, and I'll figure it out once I start sending the songs out, because I email them out and see if artists are willing to hop on it first. You know, I offer beats as a way to get features and stuff like that. So we'll figure it out.
Do you feel like since you started, you're starting to notice more people reaching out to you than you have to reach out to them, and how does that feel?
Yeah. Well, the problem sometimes is that the people that reach out to you are not ready to be in the type of, I guess, they're not ready. They're not on your level. You know what I'm saying? So you got people that just made 2 songs in their whole life, and then they just want to like get in the studio. It's like, it don't work like that. It didn't work like that for me, and it ain't gonna work like that for them. You know, you can't just make 2 songs in your whole life and then just think you're just about to go, you know, make a song with E40. Like, call E40 for me. Like, no, I'm not gonna do it. Why would I do that?
What do you think the biggest misconception is that people have about making it? Like the people who just think it does just happen overnight. It didn't happen overnight for you. So it's like, what was the process?
I think people just need to realize that making it, there's different, what did it say, it's levels to this shit. So it's like you make it. To some people, people come up to my house and think like, oh man, you made it, right? And then it ain't my version of making it. My version of making it is owning businesses and, you know, like a house for my grandmother and you know, like just like little stuff like that. And some people think just like, cause you get comp bottles at the club or you know, it look good, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you get paid, but you know, like they version of making it ain't your same version of making it. You know what I'm saying? Some people think YG made it. Like I could talk to YG like, shit, I want this. Like I want more than just that. You know, I went gold on one of my songs. Okay, I want more than that.
So what type of advice would you give to people, or young boys, young girls who are in your old situation and now they want to be where you are?
If they really like what they're doing, they should keep doing it. If you don't like if you just doing it for the money, then you might as well, you know, making music ain't the best way to get money. They got other ways, you know. So if you're doing it for the money, then you know you can probably be a investment, you know, trade, do something else, you know. But if you really love music, then you just gonna have to keep at it, and then you know it's a numbers game. Just play the field, you know. It's a numbers game. The more things you got going on, one might catch, you know. But if you just depend on one thing, like this is my #1 song, it's gonna make it, then it might not be the song. You know, you got to make a whole bunch of songs, and you'll never know. You know, you don't know when you're gonna make it. It's up to God, you know. It ain't up to you.
True. And so we had a little bet. I told him I would give him 30 seconds to make us a beat. And he has to make the beat, and then we're gonna rap on it. So he has 30 seconds.
Are we gonna do that?
It's happening now.
It's happening now.
It's happening now. Lyfestyle beat from Disko Boogie, and it was nice. I'm here, Renee, your host, and this is Disko Boogie, and thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
You already know.
You gotta understand the way I carry myself.
I go by the name of Disko Boogie. Follow me on Twitter. You know, Disko Boogie with a K. Boogie. Shout out to Premier Lifestyle. You already know.
Yeah, what she don't want. She don't want.